Hey guys, and welcome to the next episode of 2007 Old School Runescape. That's right, I'm doing this. It's going to be probably most likely a series that I do, because most of you were really into it. There were a few of you, actually, who were against it. So I'm going to address you now with a little bit of a thing before the show. Basically, by the end of this episode, those of you who are not understanding why I'm playing it and all that stuff, you should understand, and if you don't get it, don't watch it. That's all I can say to you. But by the end of this, you will, I damn you, I'll get rid of that ignorance you clearly have. Those of you who have an opinion of the game but have never touched it or played it for 2 seconds, this part's for you. And obviously the guys who actually enjoy the game, this is also going to be interesting for you. So, the 2000s old school RuneScape, basically what is it? It's the old servers from 2007 with tiny upgrades to make the game better, like bank tabbing that wasn't in the game at the time, quickly accessing your bank basically, and that's a tiny, absolute, minuscule change that you probably won't notice, but it'll actually save you loads of time, clicking once instead of twice to do one thing, which is really cool. There's no grand exchange on the servers, which means there's no auction house, and that means you have to work for everything. You can't just go to the auction house and go, boom, want this, not even going to check prices, boom, got it, done, took 2 seconds, oh look, I've got an item, boom, sold, like that. What you actually have to do is work for it. So your armor and your weapons, you have to earn that money. How are you going to earn money? There's no auction house. Well, what you do is you fight for it. You kill mobs, you get items, you sell those items by going onto a popular world and consistently typing selling, or going to on a website, I can't remember the name of it, let me have a look, zybez.net. You can compare prices there and actually list items up in a forum type thing. As you can see here, I actually just messaged someone using Zybez as they listed up some rune kite shields. Now I actually need one to finish my rune set. I've grinded out money and I'm finally about to finish it. I've actually got the full rune set in my bank right now, which is awesome, and here I actually messaged them, said, hi, are you actually still selling them? They've listed a price that they're selling them at, which I've just got out from the bank, and they've messaged me saying yes. So they're arranging a place and where. They said my world, which at the time I think was like 366, and said West Varrock Bank, and I informed them that I was on my way. As you can see, I'm actually making my way there, and we're making the actual trade now. I've given the money, they've given me the kite shield, and then I've actually had an interaction with someone, and I had to approach someone, and they've had to have a conversation with me. Now that is outworldish in MMOs, don't let me tell you. And it's awesome because I just finished my rune full set right now. So I've got my shield, got my scimitar, I've got my helmet, my chest and my legs, and I've got a sweet cape too, bro. And now I've got my melee armor to basically train my attack, defense and strength, which is awesome. I'm going to be using the fuck out of this armor for a very long time, because I doubt I'll be upgrading to dragon in a little while. That's going to be a hell of a grind and a fight for that, which is just awesome and fun to do. And you actually have to work to do these quests and work out how to do them. And when you do this, and when you come to the final conclusion, it feels so good, and I'll show that later as well. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. But all of this with no auction house and stuff, it forces you to interact with others, which means you have to work together to achieve goals. Buying and selling to people, haggling, asking people's advice, seeing people who, like a person who's high level, or you see someone who's like got high hunting because he's got this specific cape on, and you ask him where he leveled where, and I'm sure he'll tell you. And it's just a good way to make friends and meet new people and just interact with people. And in MMOs you don't usually do that. It's like all general chat and flaming. Now what isn't this game? Well, some of you decided that I was playing with 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds now. No. Now, if I was playing, you know, normal RuneScape, the current version of it, maybe you'd be right. Maybe you'd be right. Or maybe in 2007, the year 2007, when you were playing RuneScape, maybe you'd be right. However, the people who are playing on this 2007 RuneScape are the people who played in 2007. That's right. I was 12 when I played the game. I'm now 20. Everyone else is. Everyone's the same age or older. The percentage of kids on these servers is like 1%, guys. So push that ignorance aside. I've actually met loads of funny and nice people, and it's actually been fun to interact with them. Like when I'm fishing, it's just this massive colossal group of guys running side to side to cage to get those lobsters, and I'm just telling jokes and everyone's just taking the piss, and you know, we're all just having a fun time. And then a bot or something will get attacked by a random event, and then we'll all laugh because he'll die, and then we'll get all this shit. And it's just a good way to just sit there and talk to people while you watch a show or whatever. And that's what I do. I mean, I've got 2 monitors, which really helps because I can just be like grinding out, killing some like guards or something, and on the other side I'm watching Walking Dead. So it's pretty cool and a very chill way to play a game. Next, we're going to talk about why I play it. It's a relaxed, casual game compared to what I usually play. I'm usually playing MOBAs like Dota and super serious games and going all out, where I have to really put time in and really focus on it, and it takes up my whole attention. Like when I'm playing a Dota game or StarCraft 2, I'm playing that game. Everything else is irrelevant. I get a Skype beep or someone's calling me or someone comes in the room, I'll talk, I'll try and respond, but most likely that's going to be when I get half a second. I'm completely putting all my attention in it. In this, I can just grind something and watch something. I've got 2 monitors, it's awesome. I can just catch up on all the shows that I'm behind, just talk to people, it's just fun. And honestly, I've just sat in Skype calls and sat and talked while I played, and it's just been relaxing, and I like that, man. It's fun. Besides that, it's good to slowly work towards a goal and come up with different ways to get to that goal. So, like I say, right now I'm trying to do prayer so that I can get 40 free prayer, and then that protects me from melee, which allows me to do much harder quests like Monkey Madness, for example, and actually get like really high rewards and really make the pace of the game speed up. Especially to be leveling a specific skill like mining and smithing, I'm doing that all in the ultimate goal to actually level my range. Now my smithing at the time is about 42 and I needed it to be like 35 because I needed to make steel arrowheads. I needed high level fletching so I could actually make the arrows, and now I can make steel arrows, which are very good to use to grind out my range levels while they're a bit lower level. And I'm nearly at 50, which is awesome. I've made most of the bows that I'm using and I've been leveling with, and overall it's sped up everything, and I've made money off of it, all by doing a specific pattern to achieve one goal to level my range. It's so cool. Not to mention the ways that I'm thinking of coming up with earning money and different things to sell, different things to grind, and different people that I've met that I now use as buyers and sellers. Now finally, we need to talk about how to actually play the game, because a lot of you got confused. What you need to be is a member, that's subscription. It's actually much cheaper than most MMOs, and I enjoy that fact greatly, and I play it as much as I would play another. So basically you go onto the website, and you go onto the old school part of the website now that you're a member, and or you could just Google old school RuneScape and then log in, and there you are. You're on the game. You'll probably be on Tutorial Island, and you'll probably be level 3, which is the start level, and then it's complete refresh. The game's been going about a month now, so you're not that behind, and those of you who are thinking about trying it again, there you go. Now I mentioned earlier that I'm actually doing Ectofunctus, which is basically just a faster way to do prayer. Now every time I kill something that drops big bones and then I bury the big bones, I get 15 XP per berry, which is a incredibly small amount, which kind of sucks really. But what you can do is Ectofunctus. A quest that you need to do to actually get to this point where you can do this would be Pirates Ahoy, I think the name is. No, Ghosts Ahoy or something like that. I'll show it, it'll be on the screen. And basically, it's not a requirement, but it certainly makes everything easier, and you're essentially just using buckets of slime, pots, and the bones of your choice to grind and basically worship. I'll show you the process here. What you do is you get your bones of choice. I use big bones, and then you take pots. I think it's 14 and 14, yeah, so 14 pots and 14 bones, and you go upstairs and use the grinder like I'm showing you here, put the bones in the loader, grind the actual grinder, and then use the bin to empty it, and you should have a pot full of bone meal, I think it's called. Once you've got your bone meal, you just keep doing that until you've got all 14 pots filled, and then you go back to the bank. As you can see, I'm running over to an actual charter thing. They're like charter people who can take you places wherever you choose on a boat. It costs a bit of money though, but you can also trade them, and they actually sell buckets of slime. You could otherwise fill them, but they cost 2 GP each, which is totally worth it, and you can world swap and keep getting 10 and 10 and 10, and then basically efficiently level your prayer XP 100 times faster or 10 times faster. Probably 10 times faster, I think. So yeah, basically 15 is 4 times that. 15. So every time I do an actual worship, I get 60 XP with a big bone compared to 15 XP. It's actually 4 times faster. Now that doesn't seem like much, but if I was to bury 100 bones, 100 big bones, I would get 1,500 prayer XP, and that's 100 bones. That takes a while to get, and that is basically nothing. You'd have to do that like 5 times just to get 1 level for me right now, level 39, which is ridiculous. That's far too long. Now 4 times that is about 6,000, sorry, around 6,000 prayer XP for this, essentially the same time doing something, but this is a lot easier, that's for sure, and faster. Now what I do is I get about 100 bones or 1,000 bones, whatever, and get 100 or 1,000 buckets of slime, and just do this and run it through, and basically eventually that's the fastest way to do it. So if you're looking to level your prayer XP quickly, this is what I'm doing right now, and I think it is the best method. One of the things that I'm doing right now to make money, not quite the most effective, but if it definitely pays off if you get very lucky, if you're a lucky type of person, is clue scrolls. Now, what's a clue scroll in case you don't know what one is? There are different types, there's level 1, 2 and 3. A clue scroll is basically a treasure hunt where you follow the list of things that it tells you to do, search your chest in a certain place, do an emote in a certain place, dig up in a certain spot, that kind of thing. It's a treasure hunt, essentially. Now, it's quite lucky if you get one. So like I was saying, there's level 1, 2 and 3. The lower the level, the worse loot, but easier to actually accomplish, and the higher, the opposite. Right now I'm killing guards, which have a chance at dropping level 2 clue scrolls, and that's basically what I want, because they can drop Ranger's hat, which is like a Robin Hood hat, and Ranger's boots. Because I'm trying to level range, I definitely want these things. They would certainly make things easier, and like mage stuff. You can look it up on the Wikipedia what specifically it drops, but that's what I'm going for. It also drops god pages, which sell for fucking loads, and trimmed armor, which also sell for fucking loads. And that is a very good way to make money, because it's fun and you get cool items. What I've been doing to get these clue scrolls is level 1, wearing full ham clothes, HAM, and going down into the HAM like hidden base and pickpocketing there until I get a clue scroll, or for level 2 clue scrolls, killing Falador guards like I'm showing here until I get a clue scroll, which will be level 2. So if you're looking for a fun way to earn money, this is certainly the one. Finally, I'm going to give you my progress right now. It's basically this, as you can see in the image, just for you who are interested in what actual level I am. I'm 54 combat right now, and yeah, these are the stats that I have to achieve that. I've been doing fletching, smithing and mining just as a whole to fund my ranging, and in a side result it actually funded my melee, like defense, strength and attack, by making steel armor and iron armor, temporarily anyway, and that also made me money, fletching and smithing as like a baseline thing to do. I also did thieving, which got me enough money to start buying and selling, buying low and selling high like you would, and that's made me the money that I have right now. I think my bank total worth is about 600-700k right now, which obviously isn't like a lot. I mean, it's just under 1 mil, but it's certainly better than nothing, and I've just started, so I'm quite happy with what I've got right now. I think what I'm going to be doing when I get 50 strength is killing mobs for Slayer, doing Slayer, and I can't wait to do hunting, but I'm going to save up for money for that. And when I've got a bit more money as well, I'm going to level my magic, which costs a lot because you're buying a lot of runes. Also, while I'm all doing this, I'm desperately trying to keep my prayer up, because as soon as I get that sweet 43 prayer, I'll be able to be immune to melee damage basically while I have that active, and I can make prayer pots and buy prayer pots soon. I think so. My next goals will definitely be magic, Slayer, herbivore, so I can make prayer pots for 43 prayer, and doing much higher level quests. Finally, we're at the end of the show, and I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope I've changed some of your minds about RuneScape in a general, at least old school RuneScape as a whole, and those who actually wanted this, I hope this is what you wanted and your expectations. What I'm going to be doing each week will definitely be varied, but most likely there'll be tips on money, there'll be tips on basically like leveling a specific skill, showing you some quests that I've done, and anything that I've got that's interesting each week. I think this might be a Sunday series, but I'm not sure. I'll pick a day, but I hope you enjoyed. So a little shout out to the one person who managed to add me correctly, which is Shadow, or M-Shadow, but it's probably easier just to say Shadow. As you can see there, he is on my friends list. He actually added me and then messaged me. What you have to do is add Hollow93 and then message me saying what's up and have a conversation with me. Otherwise I've no idea you've added me. There's no request thing. I've no idea that I'm not even on your friends list. Basically, once again, add me, message me, then I'll know you, then I can add you. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.